And so thank you guys for everybody who's joining me. I can't see your names because you guys, I wear multifocal contacts and they allow me to see okay. You know, they keep me from having to say when somebody shows me their phone and wants to show me a picture of their grandkids or whatever, my multifocal contacts, they keep me from saying, wait a minute, I gotta go get my granny glasses. And so, but they don't allow me to see great. So I can see people are coming on, but I just want to tell you, just welcome, hello, and this is day 16. I'm so excited about today. God has given me so many good words for today, and our pose of today is going to be plank. So prepare yourself, and we are going to strengthen our entire bodies, and we are just going to draw into Him first. And so the verse of today was Matthew 22:37, and on the Facebook community, I posted the version or the translation of the NLT version. But the one that really I wanted to dive into is, of course, we know all the different translations. They all say the same thing because they're all drawn from the Hebrew word. And so, but the Passion Translation, it simply says, love the Lord your God with every passion of your heart, with all the energy of your being, and with every thought within you. Okay, let's break this apart because this was like so big to me when I was reading it and I was meditating on it. And it's like, okay, love the Lord your God with every passion of your heart. So how do we do that? How do we even recognize the passion of our heart? What really came to me was I was speaking, I spoke for a while with my niece this morning on the phone. And as we were talking, she got very passionate and defensive when it came to her children. And not defensive in a bad way, but she came to their defense because she's passionate about her love for her children. And I think about that, like when I was growing up with my sister, and there was times where she would, her and I, we would be in a fight and we would be in an argument. But man, oh man, the neighbor best not say one bad thing about my sister because I would be on it. And so think about that passion that we have for our family, that we are passionate about. That is the passion in our heart, and that is how we are to love God. We are to love Him passionately. And then it goes on to say, with all the energy of our being. How many people are just feeling really tired and worn out? And they're like, I don't even know how to draw energy to my being. And so let's sit and think about what gives us energy. We talked about, in the beginning of this live, was sleep. One thing that gives us our body energy is sleep. So can we actually recognize maybe that we are loving God by simply treating our bodies in a manner that gives us the energy to love Him? And our energy comes from things that He's given us: restful night's sleep, nutrition, eating the rainbow. And so emotional wellness, oh my goodness, how much is emotional wellness? And then that ties into every thought within you. And so 4-8 Lifestyle is all about thinking upon all of those things, as in whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, praiseworthy, or excellent. Think upon those things. So here in Matthew 22:37, it simply says, with every thought within you, love the Lord your God. So we need to recognize with passion and having a heart of passion to love Him. Then we also, within the energy of our bodies, so we treat our bodies to give our bodies energy, and then with every thought within us. And so keep our thoughts in alignment with what God says, and as well as how we love Him. And so I love that verse. And now let's love our bodies a little bit and give ourselves some strength and energy by moving into the pose that we did on Monday was downward dog, right? And so we simply, whether you were on a chair, which I will go over here, excuse me for just a moment. This here is a nice little chair that some people enjoy using. And so there's nothing wrong with having a prop. And so if you were in downward dog, this is downward dog with a chair. To move into plank, you simply would move directly like this. And that is okay, and you are doing all of the same motions. I am personally going to move onto the floor and do this pose. And so Simply, if you are on the ground, you can go up into down dog. Move then into plank, which is just simply mountain on your hands and your feet. And so as you are in plank, engage your core, press your heels almost like they're standing on the floor like you would in mountain. And simply press your heels towards the wall behind you, keeping an elongation and drawing your sacrum down and your core in, drawing your ribs up, pressing your hands into the floor underneath you, almost gripping your fingertips to cause a suction, keeping your gaze towards the floor. Feel how this strengthens your entire body. If this is something that is not challenging for you, you can lift one leg. Engaging your glutes, engaging your front hip flexors. And then the other leg. Feel the difference that it feels when you keep that alignment by keeping your balance on 3 limbs. You can also take one leg or one hand. That's a little more challenging for me. And so whenever you're doing that, draw the opposite. That is really challenging for me, but I just want to show you all the different ways that you can draw strength and energy into your body by doing plank. Bring your knees back to the floor. Whoo, you all, that was good. That is the pose that we are going to move from down dog into plank. And then tomorrow I will introduce you to what we will flow into from plank and the next pose that we will flow into. Mark your calendars. Love Thyself. We're bringing it all together live in person at Fit Muscle and Joint Clinic on February 28th at 7 p.m. It's absolutely a free event. Join us. I do need for everybody to register, so registration will be up in the community, as well as if you get emails, you will be having this emailed to us or to you. So mark your calendars. Just a quick little thing for tomorrow. Tomorrow might get reorganized. Tomorrow is supposed to be foam rolling day at Fit Muscle and Joint Clinic. Recognize that I live in Kansas City and we are supposed to have some white fluffy stuff fall out of the sky. And so they are predicting, anyone who lives in the Midwest knows that predictions, you cannot ever trust it. However, they are predicting that we could get anywhere from 7 to 10 inches of snow tomorrow. Honestly, I hope so. But for our foam rolling event, I hope not, because I'm really looking forward to learning how to foam roll correctly, and was just looking forward to sharing that with all of you guys. So just know, if it does get canceled, I still will be on as scheduled, but it may just look a little bit different because it'll be snowy. And so maybe I'll go out and do cartwheels in the snow or something. Highly doubt it, but you never know. So, all right, you guys. Well, remember, love the Lord passionately with energy from your entire being and with all of your thoughts. And so